All right, everybody, thank you for standing by. Being joined now by Coach Swinney. As always, we'll let him start with opening comments before we open it to questions. So, Coach, go ahead.
All right. It's crazy. It's hard to believe it. Once the practice is come and gone, we're already in the Thursday. So I was telling the team, man, it goes fast. So just enjoying showing up every day, being in the moment, and enjoying our journey this year. Proud of the team. It's been a great week of practice, a great Tuesday and Wednesday practice. Really focused, great energy, a very competitive 2-minute drill today to finish practice, and just like how these guys have gone about their business. And looking forward to Saturday. Super excited about being in the Valley and all these 2 classes of freshmen that we got that have yet to experience what it's like in the Valley, man. They're all excited, and I'm excited for them. I'm excited for our fans to have the opportunity to see the Tigers play here in Clemson, and it's going to be a special day. I know it's the first responders day for us, and 9/11, so much goes through my mind when I think about 9/11 and where I was, what I was doing, and that whole day, and the emotions of that day, and then all the weeks, months after that. So just so thankful for all the first responders, and we can honor them well Saturday. And then also just, remember all those who lost their life, all the families who just so much grief in that horrific moment. But I know it's going to be a great day here. And again, our young men are super excited about going out and playing and hopefully playing, our best game and building upon that. So with that, I'll take the questions.
Coach, it's David Hood with TigerNet. How did EJ do with his thumb at practice yesterday? And is he still thinking he'll be able to go Saturday? He
actually did great. He was great. He's tough as nails, and he's a little sore, but you never know it. He really they didn't have they put him on some anti-inflammatory now, but originally they didn't because they thought they were going to do surgery. But no, he was awesome. He said he looks great. Didn't see any hesitation at all. I mean, he made some great catches. You catch one from Big Cinco, you catch one from anybody. So that's good news for us. So really excited that he's going to be able to go, and they've got him on a nice little bracelet that he can hopefully get through the season, and then when the season's over, they can fix it.
Hey, Coach, it's Trevor Gross from CUTigers.com. I'm just curious, the depth chart this week for backup quarterback, it reads Tyson or Hunter. Didn't have the or last week. Is it a pretty close competition between those two for the backup?
I think that was just maybe an oversight or something. I don't know about that. Okay. He's the backup.
That's accurate, Trevor. That's a legacy typo from the original media guy. That's on me.
Okay, gotcha. Coach, go ahead.
Hey, yeah, Deb, pardon me if you've already talked about this the last few days, but Bresee, just curious what you saw out of him and what impressed you with his ability to sort of, with Tyler not being there and also fighting through the injury, and also sort of the more technical aspects of what you saw out of him Saturday.
Night and day from where he was this time last year. Last year he was kind of a big old dancing bear and just played high. And, he was violent and all that, but just so much to learn from a technical standpoint, precision in what he was doing as far as our games and twists, et cetera. Really knowledge of protection and block recognition, all those type of things. He's a baller. He's a problem. I mean, he was amazing. He played great. And it got banged up. Same thing, came right back and just had an awesome game and an incredibly physical game against a great team. Truly a playoff type of matchup. Two really talented teams, and man, he played his best game, in my opinion, since he's been here.
Dabo, this is Matt. Is the plan still for Justyn to spend the majority of his snaps in the slot, or is there any chance of him moving outside and playing more outside some?
We can put him anywhere. We game plan Justyn anywhere, but he's our starting slot, and he's going to be amazing. I mean, he's there's only one other guy that I've been around that can cut like him, and that's Renfro. He's special when it comes to his change of direction, his lateral movement. I mean, he's incredibly unique, and he's really the only other guy that I've seen that can truly cut like he cuts. And that's what's going to make him such a great player, because he can really truly play anywhere, and he's got great length. So, but we put him all over. He'll game plan. He'll be a guy that'll be everywhere. But as far as just starting spot, that's where he'll be. And we'll go from there. You'll see him as the season goes to the field, in the slot, in the boundary. He'll be all over the place.
Hey, Coach, it's Trevor again. Apparently, Georgia did not test for COVID on Thursday or Friday after their trainer was positive, and now Kirby Smart says they're having their highest spike of positive cases. They weren't required to by the SEC, but I'm just curious, do y'all still test regularly, even though most of your players are vaccinated?
We're not testing the vaccinated players, but we test the unvaccinated 3 times a week, and we test the staff as well every other week. That's the policy that we have.
Anything else for Coach?
Dabo, just kind of sticking with that, but a little off subject. Have you guys had any issues from the Georgia game, or did you have any concerns with the COVID stuff with them?
I mean, there's always concerns, but no, we haven't had any issues.
Dabo, Larry again. Just curious, Hunter Rayburn, I think as of last week, maybe you said he was getting some work at tackle as well. Just curious for where he is and what you're sort of anticipating for him moving forward.
Yeah, he's kind of our putty guy right now. Really feel good about what he's been able to do, the improvement that he's made. He's kind of on that verge of really taking another step. He really just needs to get some experience and get a lot of playing time this year, and I think he will. But he can really play all 5 positions, and he's kind of unique in that way. He's a big athletic kid, and he's strong, and he's got good functional knowledge. So he's playing everywhere.
Coach, it's Trevor again. Will Jacoby Ford and some other former players be there to celebrate CJ on Saturday?
I do not know. I'm sure there'll be a great group. I'm sure that'll be there. And I'm really looking forward to that. What a cool moment for CJ, and a cool moment for me, just to be able to, again, have a front row seat to his entire journey. It's special. It'll be a cool moment with his mom and Daisha and his whole family being there. But I don't know who all is going to be there from a player standpoint.
Hey, Coach, it's David again. I was listening to Buddy Pugh a little bit ago, and he was laughing and saying he expected a murderous defense and for a bunch of mad Tigers. But, you touched on it a little bit earlier. Kind of what has been the mindset? Has it been kind of a grim resolve? Has it been mad? What have you seen out of these guys?
Back to work. If we were 1-0, it wouldn't have anything to do with this Wednesday. We've got to go back to work. 0-1, you go back to work. I mean, it's a long season. It doesn't matter. It's one game, and listen, I'm super proud of our guys. There's been a lot of times that we've won the game, and I've been a very unhappy coach on Sunday and Monday with our guys. But we made mistakes. But these guys, man, the big things that you got to have in place to really be special, man, those things were on full display. And then seeing how they responded, and it's just who they are. I mean, this is this is a special group. This has a chance to be one of the best teams we've had. I don't have any doubt about that. This is a great group of guys that really care, incredibly talented. They're just going to get better and better. And, you know, in the end, when it's all said and done, I think this bunch is going to have a really special year.
I have a question about Mukuba. Just curious, how rare is it for a freshman not only to in his shoes, not only to know what he's doing, but in that type of game last week, such a physically demanding game, to be sort of right at home in that respect?
Super rare. I mean, very, very rare. You don't see that very often, especially at that position. That is a very difficult position to play. There's a lot of nuances, a lot of knowledge that goes with it. Thankfully, he's been here since January, but even with that, I mean, it's a lot. But he is incredibly gifted, explosive, excellent tackler. But his football knowledge, his ability to grasp it, really makes him unique. It's super rare, super rare. You know, just like a quarterback coming in as a true freshman, super rare. Or an offensive lineman as a true freshman. That's very rare. You know, so he's going to be a great one.
Take 2-3 more for Coach.
What have you seen out of DJ this week? Obviously, he took a lot of the blame for the loss, and some of it probably wasn't his fault. What have you seen him respond?
Just back to work, like any champion does. You know, just go back to work. You own it, and you grow from it. Get your eyes out of the rearview mirror, put them forward, and go attack what's next, and apply the lessons that you learn. And that's really it. I mean, this guy is a special guy. He's a special player. He's a special person, and nobody cares more. And you know, for 2.5 quarters there, he didn't play very well. But man, he responded. He responded in a tough environment and finished really well. We just, you know, once he got going, we didn't play well around him. And but he just showed back up, and he was one of the first ones over here Sunday trying to watch the tape, and he's had a great week of practice. It's just like any great competitor does. You pick yourself up, go back to work.
Hey, Dabo, Alexis from the state. Going back to CJ, yesterday he talked about his grandma a lot and the impact that she had on his life. Obviously, she had passed away by the time he got there, but what kind of stories do you remember him telling, or, you know, sayings do you remember him kind of recanting that she told him, or values that she, you know, impacted on him?
Well, I just think that she just had a huge impact on him, you know, as far as the type of man that he grew into be. It's, you know, his manners, you know, how he treated people, how he responded to things, just how he went about his business. You know, I think she kept him humble, and I think she instilled the thirst for education in him, and that's something that he always talked about. Was, you know, his grandmother really wanted him to graduate. She wanted him to go to college and get a degree, and that was one of the things he talked about when he decided to come back his senior year. It's how important that was, you know, to him, and a promise he made, and the example that he wanted to be for so many other people. And so I just think she, you know, shaped him in numerous ways, from, again, just the character that he has, and the type of man that he has become.
We'll take one more for Coach.
Hey, Coach, it's Trevor again. You put Jack Maddox, the long snapper, on scholarship a few weeks ago, and sure enough, he came up with the big fumble on Saturday night. How good was it to see him going out there and earning his scholarship?
Yeah, he's awesome. And, you know, he was actually on scholarship last year too. And just really proud of Jack. I mean, he's done a phenomenal job, and nobody knows his name. That's where I want people to learn his name. I want them to learn his name because he's getting a fumble recovery. Other than that, he's just kind of, you know, laying in the weeds, and nobody ever, you know, he's in and out of the program and nobody knows who he is. That's what you want in your long snapper. And but really proud of him. He's such a great teammate. He's a great ambassador. He's smart. He's getting his MBA. We're really proud of him. Really proud of him, the type of teammate he is. And that was a huge moment for him.
All right. Thank you, Coach. Thanks, everybody.
All right. See you guys soon.
Thanks, Coach.